What is going on, guys? It's Trini Kid here, and welcome to another video. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to create an end card. And if you guys don't know what an end card is, I'm about to show you what one is. So right here, let me pull up Photoshop. And this is if you have little to no experience in Photoshop. And I don't consider myself a pro at Photoshop. There are some people that do amazing things in Photoshop. I can't. I don't have that talent, but I'm going to be showing you how to do a end card. And basically an end card promotes your social media, your last video. It also promotes your channel and sponsorships. Whatever you want to promote in that end card is what you can create. So here you can see I've been using this in some of my old, like my other videos. It has my name right here. It says smack that button if you enjoy, and it's a subscribe button, which I put annotations around. Also my previous video, which is the video I did before, I have my social media and my sponsorship. So this is like, it looks at the end of your video, it looks really cool and professional. So I'm going to be teaching you guys how to create one of these, and it's really easy, like I said. So let's get right into it. So when you come in Photoshop, you're going to want to go to File and then hit New, and then you can name it if you want, but I normally don't because I title it at the end. But I'll do it. Let me end card YouTube. Right. So what you're going to want to name it if you would like to. You don't have to, right? You make the width 1280 pixels by 720 pixels, and then you can hit OK. Everything else can stay the same. And you just click OK. You'll come here. Also, I'm sorry. Make sure the background is transparent before you click OK. Right? It's just easier to work with and everything. So you'll get this blank block here, and it looks like a thumbnail or like a blank thumbnail or something. So for you're going to want to go and get a background. What I did, I have a background here already. Let me pull it up. Alright, so there's the background. What you can do is you can just go online or on Google background images. What I did was Google abstract background. As you can see, this is the name of it right here. And then once you drag the image in, you want to make sure before you click enter, make sure you hold shift and then go take a corner. And you see how these little white, like this checker back area is showing. You don't want that to show. And make sure when you Google an image, it's bigger or the same size as what you set on Photoshop, right? So once you make sure that there's no checker showing, you hit enter, right? Hit enter, create a new layer. So this background that I have here doesn't need an overlay. What basically is what, let me show you. I'll take it off, but let me show you what it is real quick. Grab a color, probably green. So you color it in, and what I do is take the occupancy and take it down. Take it down to, like, let me see, 25, 15 is good, right? This background doesn't really need one, but just for video purposes, I'll use one for you guys. I know green, it's okay looking, but it still looks pretty cool, right? So make sure that when you color in the layer that you're not. You color every piece of it, and what I do is if I'm coloring the whole thing, I just make the size really big. So color that, make a new layer, right? And if you want to get social media, it's the same thing. What you do is go on Google Images, and let me show you this because you have to do it's like here. So I Google the Twitter logo, right? Twitter logo, even though I spelled Twitter wrong, sorry. So you go over to images, and I go to search tools instead of, or I go to search tools, then color, and then transparent. If you don't want to do all of that, you could just type in PNG after Twitter logo, but you don't always get a transparent one. So I already have that in the Instagram one that I'm going to be using in the video, so I don't have to do it. But if you need to do it, all you do is click on the logo, come over here to view image, and then right click and save to image to downloads, or wherever you want to save it to. What I normally just save it to my downloads. So let me drag in the Twitter and the Instagram thing. First, I'm going to drag in the Twitter so I can show you what to do when you drag in a photo. Alright, so I dragged in the Twitter one here, and this the same thing with the background. You're going to want to hold shift, right? Take a corner of the picture, drag it down, and drag it to how small you want. Now when you hold shift, basically what it does is it helps keep the proportion. So let me show you what it would look like if I drag this. If I just did this without holding shift, that's what it would look like. You see it looks like out of proportion. So basically you just hold shift to keep the proportion together, and you could move it to wherever you want. So I'm put it up here for this video. I know my old one I had it down here, but I'm changing it up for this video, right? So drag it down to how big you want it. When you're done sizing it or whatever, you hit enter. If later on when you're doing the okay, and then you want to click on it, make sure it raterizes, and then hit OK, right? But if you're going, like, say you're almost done the end card and you want to come back and resize this, what you want to do is click on the layer and hit Control or Command T, and it'll bring this up, and then you just hit Shift again and resize it. But I'm not going to do it. If you guys want to, you can. Right? Let me just get the Instagram logo. Alright, I have the Instagram logo in here too. So the same thing, you're going to want to hold Shift and then come down and resize it. And you want to get it as close as possible to, like, not in height, or not like space, I'm talking about like size, like close as possible to the Twitter logo, just so it looks a little bit professional. That is definitely not the same size, but just so it looks a little professional and like they look like they're the same size. So see, that's a little bit better. Alright, so we'll use that. Alright, now you're going to want to create a new layer, right? And here this is where it gets kind of difficult, but not really that difficult. So what you're going to want to do is go to your editing software, right? I don't use iMovie. I use Premiere Pro, but I'm just going to pull up iMovie for video purposes, right? And I'm going to just drag in a video. So say I want to use this image right here, or this video right here on Photoshop. Basically what I want to do is make sure I size the image into how big I want the box to be for my previous video. So I'll just make this a little bit bigger, and then let me come into here, and you want to screenshot your screen right here. Since it's full screen, screenshot it, and this will make everything so much easier, so there won't be like gaps in between everything. So once you screenshot that, right, come up here. This will all make sense like in a little bit. I know it's kind of confusing right there, but it'll make sense, right? Just bear with me. So drag in that screenshot that you just screenshotted, right? Hit enter. You don't have to change anything. You're going to want to just leave it on the top layer, but you're going to come over here where the rectangle tool is, and you can change the fill, stroke, and whatever, all of that later. Just take the top of the video and make it the same size as that, right? So they're the same exact size. Let me take down the stroke a little bit, make it about 2 or 3. You can make it that size, doesn't matter, whatever size stroke you want, but make sure that you get the screenshot so it can fit the video and it'll look like really clean and professional, right? So after that, you want to come over here and delete this. Alright, after you're finished with your box, right, your rectangle, I'm sorry, create a new layer, come over here to text. It's already highlighted for me, so you're going to want to create a text box right underneath here. It doesn't matter how big it is because you're going to change it anyway, but I think I used 24 for my last video. Change the color. For this one, it'll be white because it already has a green, it has a dark backdrop. So, see, previous video, let me change the font really quickly, and right here, and after you type, right, you come over to this, which will move this, right, the text, and you can move it and center it right underneath the box. So once you center that, you're done with everything over here, and this is right here where the mouse is. This is where your old video is going to go, and I'll show you an example of how this works at the end of the video if you haven't seen it, but I'm pretty sure most of you already seen it, right? So after you're done with that, come back over here to your Twitter logos and your Instagram logo and put in your social media. So Evil Trini Kid, and make it I would say 36. That's good. Yeah, 36 is good. So put the @, and you're going to want to do the same thing for the Instagram one. You get the text, or let me see, click off the layer, get the text again, and put in your social media. It's putting your Instagram name 041113. underscore underscore, and then put that @ again, and then click off the layer, and then you're done here with your social media. Now you can also add your sponsorships, which I had on my old one. You can add sponsorships. You can add links to other people's channels. Anything you can add. And then what I like to do is I'll put my name right here. This is just a really simple one. Trini Kid. Let me see. Make this a little bit. Of course, I have to make this bigger. This is like too small. It'll look really weird. 95. Now I want to move this over to like here. Is that centered? Let me see. Is that centered? No, that is definitely not centered, guys. So move that in the center. I believe that is centered right there. So, and then you can do what I did. Where is it? Let me pull up the old one. Sorry. You can do what I did here, where it says smack that button if you enjoy, and have an arrow point to a subscribe button. And I did the 3D thing. Let me show you guys how to do 3D. I'm pretty sure most of you guys know, but I'll show you anyway. So come over here to text. Make sure and then hit the 3D button up here. And then when it actually, would you like to switch to 3D workspace, you hit yes. And then you can do the regular things. If you have used the 3D thing before, like the 3D feature before, it shouldn't be that hard. But this basically flips it. You see it turns it upside down. Over here turns it sideways. This makes it like zoom in and out. This moves it up and down. This moves it right and left. And then you can also rotate it. Let me see if I can get the thing to rotate. Is like, for some reason I never get the thing to rotate it. I don't know why, but I never really use it anyway. Let me see. There. Okay, so there it is. You can rotate it like that. Yeah. So that's how I did the Let me go back and fix this. Sorry, I messed it up a little bit trying to show you guys what you can do with the 3D thing. Okay. Alright, make that big. Alright, and click off the layer. See how it looks. You see how that looks? So that looks it looks a little bit better. Like, the impact on the thing, it stands out and people can see it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to smack that thumbs up button for me. Let's see if we can get 2 likes on the video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys.